Welcome to the podcast Get Shit Done with Max Price. Me, Bernie Sanders, wholeheartedly endorses this show. 99% of everyone that listens to it loves it. The other top 1% are idiots. Please make sure you get to maxprice.net and subscribe to the newsletter. You won't regret it.
Well, thank you, Bernie Sanders, for the introduction. I just want to firstly say I'm sorry I haven't put any fucking podcasts out in 2.5 months. I have an excuse. I'll tell it in a minute, but I just want to let you know what this show's about. So I'm very passionate about being productive, and I also fucking love comedy. So I've got some funny, productive people with me today from Goodall and Gallagher. How are we, boys?
Good, mate.
Right.
Thank you for having us.
Yes. What's going on? I'm using all your equipment today.
Yeah.
You're freeloading. You're getting shit done by using our own studio.
So it sounds worse than my one. You know why? So I just to kick things off. So everything that I kind of talk about on this podcast is from my website maxprice.net, where I just say bullshit, and I hope some of it fucking lands for some people. Now the reason I've been not doing anything for 2 months is because I quit Sportsbet. I was talking about it on your podcast. Quit it, and then I went overseas for 8 days in Bali, and then 8 days finished, and it turned into 10 to 12 to a month to 2 months. We tried to be productive over there, me and my girlfriend, and it was a good 2 days of being productive, and then the rest of the time
It's a good ratio.
we're bintangs and getting smashed by waves, which other people call surfing. So I just want to jump straight into the deep end. So here's the question I always write down, and I never remember it. So as I'm reading it, what's the best bit of advice you've been given to make you guys do shit? I'll tell you my one first.
Okay, cool. Sure.
So I want to today talk about a really weird one, but there's science behind it. Having cold showers.
Yeah,
Really?
I tried this recently.
So you know that one
Okay.
of the big dog entrepreneur guys, Tony Robbins,
Know him, yeah.
big body, big head. Or he's got he's got all these houses around the world, and every single house has a ice plunge pool, and he
Really?
reckons he starts every day just jumping in that fucking thing.
I suppose, yeah. That's
Yeah, so I
kick you.
should, if I'm going to preach this shit, I should have some science behind it, but
Have
I
you
don't.
tried it?
So this is what I do. The whole cold shower thing's a load of shit, but because
He's already shitting on the advice.
except for the last 30 seconds of a shower. So I go real hot,
Yeah.
and then at the last 30 seconds, I turn off the hot and just have 30 seconds freezing cold.
They call that a Scottish shower. James Bond does that.
Really?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Yeah, apparently that's the James Bond thing. He does it in the books.
Yeah, right.
So yeah, if you
Yeah.
want to murder people
In a fucking cool way.
efficiently, that's
Yeah,
how you
yeah.
do it.
So you do that from now on?
So I try and each morning, at the last 30 seconds, just, I turn off the hot and then I just twirl around like a fucking constipated ballerina. I'm just like, oh my God, this is fucked. And you know what? I feel fucking great. I reckon it just gives you that little kick into the day, which sounds like sounds really lame, and it is. Anyway, and the other one was hang on, just getting my fucking notes. Oh yeah, this is one I'm big on. Did you guys, when you were younger, really used to, because we grew up in a digital age where mobile phones and text messages and ICQ
Yep.
and MSN,
Yeah,
all that.
MSN days.
So the classic pickup phone call died out when from a young age.
Yep.
And I remember when I was first at my corporate job, I was in charge of making phone calls. And I was got fucking anxiety,
Yeah.
hardcore.
Yes.
I
Do you
get that
remember-
too.
Yeah, do you remember you just sit there being I've got to call this person, and it would be fucking you would be crippling in anxiety. And I had that for ages. And one story I wanted to tell was this marketing manager at Sportsbet once decided to run this campaign, a TV ad campaign for this golf. So it was a golf competition. It was for one of the PGAs. It goes, if you signed up, just signed up and put in a golf code, you won a free golf lesson at your local golfing club.
Right.
Yeah.
So, but think about the logistics of this shit. So this is a TV ad that went on national television.
Yeah, that's true.
And then anyone watched it, signed up, put golf in the thing, and then they go, yeah, you now get a free golf lesson at your local. at your local golf club.
Wangaratta.
Anywhere. Could be Darwin, Western Australia, all that. So we were now he fucked up. Over 15, I think 1,500 people to 2,000 people signed up for it before they pulled the campaign. And then they were like, Max, you've got to call all these people, find out what their local golf club is, call the local golf club, see if they can do a voucher, take a credit card over the phone, get them to send the voucher to that person.
No.
That is a nightmare.
Yeah.
Mate, and so I've got that.
For being anxious about that.
So I had that anxiety for the phone calls.
Yeah.
And then I was in charge of angry, usually alcoholic, golf managers at these places that were like, we don't do vouchers. And what do you mean? I don't know how to put your credit card number into the machine.
Sounds like a scam.
Yeah, it was full on. Wow. So it was just like the biggest nightmare. But my big point is the importance now that I know, especially running my own kind of business, and you guys probably now discover the importance of ballsing up and just going fucking make that phone call.
Yep.
You get shit done so much quicker.
Yeah, a good example is on a social point of view, if you really wanted to have a Sunday session with a mate, you would call, if you were to send him a text message on Friday night or Sunday morning or something like that, they get a lot of time to pull out of that.
Yeah, that's true.
They can formulate a text. I know I've done it.
Yeah.
Formulate a text and just make up something.
Got a few drafts ready to go.
I've got a rule on that. The longer the text, the more full of shit it is. if someone just says, hey, man, I can't make it, I'm like, sweet, he's telling the truth.
Yeah,
if they're like, hey, my auntie broke her shin bone and it snapped in half, I actually had to sew it back together, and you wouldn't believe it, I bumped into bloody Malcolm Turnbull, got involved in his campaign.
Well, a good example of someone that's rewriting a text a lot is when a capital letter is a couple words in. So they started that sentence with it, then they're like, maybe I should put something at the front, and then it's all yeah. So anyway, that's a good social example.
Just quickly, how are you with Message Bank? Because I'm terrible at leaving voicemails.
I don't do it.
Do you know what the voice message is one of the most unique experiences where you get one chance at it.
Yes.
It's you get one go at this, and if you fuck it up, the person will hear it, and it's
you can't do anything.
The most that is full on.
It's not
as soon as it goes beep, it's like, here we go, all this training. So so you don't like the voice message?
I fluff. Hey, how you going? I'm just ringing up to see. Then I'm like, why am I talking to a machine? And I float off, and I totally I just get off the phone.
Yeah,
I have to text it. So I left a voicemail, but I text them what I was going to say. Yeah, you don't have to listen. I'll just tell you in the text what I've rambled, so I can't do it. But
so just to say that as a social thing, but on I'm running my own kind of business now. That the quicker I get on the phone after an email or just off, even cold calling something or whatever, it's been the strike rate for turning them into clients has been so much bigger as opposed to emails or text messages, or because you're just straight on there and it's more personable. You can it's more professional and it's so I reckon if anyone does care about any of these points that I make, just start fucking making those phone calls. The more you do, the more you won't have to start calling fucking golf clubs and just seeing if you can organise gift vouchers for fucking other people. Yeah, that was a good lesson. So I've been rambling. I would love to hear what the productive side of shit. What are your tips?
I got a tip. Cut out the middleman.
Right.
I'm living and dying by cutting out the middleman lately, because we always used to say, for example, you're trying to get an actor in a short, or you're trying to get someone to go along with something that has management or whatever, you run into a lot of dead ends and a lot of time goes past. If you can go straight to the source of who you want, go there and you'll get shit done quicker.
Yeah, no, I really like that. And usually managers are pains.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm leaving voicemails on all sorts of managers' phones.
Yeah, for sure.
That's why they never call me back, probably. But yeah, cut out the middleman. I've been doing that recently, and you just get stuff done quick. Similar to yours, I think you just get straight to the point. Who do you need to talk to? What about? Let's get it done.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
I like that.
So a concept I've sort of heard on a podcast recently, a podcast called Hidden Brain. They talk about a concept called deep work. Have you ever heard about this?
I think so.
Yeah.
Without getting distracted and shit.
It's sort of like that. Yeah. It's the idea is a lot of creatives or people chase something called a flow state, where they're at their peak, and they're going to smash out 2 hours worth of work in 10 minutes, and everyone's chasing that moment where they're super clarity. Deep work sort of bucks against that trend, where it goes, look, turn off all your devices, everything's on do not disturb, just focus on one thing at a time. So if you're writing an email, just write an email. Don't
write half
of it, do a text. Because basically the neuroscience behind it is that every time you get a dopamine hit, or like your phone goes off, it completely distracts you, puts a little glaze over your brain, and you have to then build up that momentum again.
Fuck yeah, that is like, even not knowing that, really, like, that's so true.
Yeah, pure focus.
As soon as you get like that buzz on your phone while you're doing something, it's like, what's going on? And then fuck, where was I here? Yeah, that's
because the brain's always looking for an out of the task.
Yeah.
Because hard work is annoying. So if you're like, oh, what was that? I'll just go check that. And
you're
always looking for excuses. So that's a good one. Deep work.
I like that.
Sweet.
Got one?
For me, I think it's more of a like operational kind of thing. It's like having notes, reminders. You introduced me to that big planner from Kiki K, which has your whole week, and you just basically handwrite your stuff, and you can physically like check stuff off.
It's like a physical eye count.
And when I use that, I don't use it all the time. I should get a reminder to use that. When I use that, I am the most productive by far, because it's just there, and it's just on my desk, and I can always see it. And
Absolutely.
It's like checking stuff off
having
like a
shit
shopping
list. Having shit in your face definitely helps. If you have like
Not
shit
physical
on your face.
Not physical shit.
Also,
What?
That's why you always ask me to do it. It's
because
weird.
no one bothers you and you get your work done. You stink. No, if you have things around you, whether it's post-it notes or you have like a to-do list, or even if it's on your phone or whatever, if you have like, reminders and stuff, it definitely helps.
Absolutely. Well, that's like, this is just a short one because I'm getting back into the flow of it. Hopefully I'll be doing one of these every week.
A few more cold showers and you'll be ready to go.
Showers and get off that Bintang train that I've been on for fucking 2 months. But I want to talk about what you guys have got going on, because I know both of you have some cool shit coming up. You have done the thing that I've never been able to do, make content and save it for a certain time. Yeah. I just have that. I'm a sucker for fucking doing something and being like I just export, upload, like just get it out there.
I bet I'm the opposite, where I'm like, I literally will hold it off until I am getting forced to release it. And that's actually now, we're actually, we've got a lot of content saved up, and we're going to be on a Foxtel sketch show in December.
We're on it as well.
Yeah, the same show with you guys. The slot.
That is
It's going to be sick, which is coming out in December on Comedy Channel, Fox 8 and Foxtel Now. So that's really cool. So that's our big news.
Yeah.
And then
I forgot about that.
So did we for a second.
Well, that's the thing. Now that it's coming out, we've got all this content that we've got to release. So if you head to our Facebook and YouTube, we're going to be releasing our own podcast each week and a sketch each week. So
yeah, that's awesome.
We've got a bunch of shit coming out. So we're trying to stay productive, trying to keep in that deep state.
Yes, with shit on your face.
Exactly. Yeah, you can't smell it on the podcast, but I fucking stink.
He gets real deep in those cheeks.
Yeah, I guess for me, it's just moving up to Sydney, which is fucking wild. We just think there's more opportunity up there for Leah, who runs a makeup artistry business. And I do videos for fuckheads that need videos done. So there's more going on up there. And so that's the big move. So that's why we're just, back from Bali, up to Sydney to find a house, got a house, moving up in 2 weeks, and then getting back into the real swing of things. So I'm looking forward to it. So you got that in the works. So do you know how long is it season 2? Or?
Yeah, so we got a sketch show coming out. Yeah, we're actually in development at the moment. So hopefully filming that in the next couple of weeks, and then it'll be out early next year.
Yeah, awesome.
But that's like we call it like our high quality stuff, where we get like an actual bunch of filmmakers in and try and make it look as good as possible.
Yeah, that's good.
And the other stuff is literally just me and Mark with an iPhone or a camera, just like shooting some silly stuff that we think is really fun to do as well. So season 2 early next year. Get on facebook.com/Goodall and Gallagher.
Well, my next thing was what's your fucking plug? So,
I'm that keen. I've already jumped in on the plug.
So that's it, Goodall and Gallagher.
On all social media platforms.
That's a good one to get on all of them. Yeah. I've got to repeat 3 or 4 different ones now.
Yeah, it's tough.
But yeah, the only thing I want anyone to do is go to maxprice.net and subscribe to the email newsletter.
It's good shit.
Nice.
I highly recommend it. I love your articles. All this
mate.
shit's really fucking good.
Yeah, it's a bit of fun, and thanks for having the setup, and thanks for joining us.
It's all good,
Thanks
man.
for having us on.
In your fucking house with your shit.
Thanks for inviting me.
Now get out of here, guys.